The Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, is home to some of the most unique and powerful characters, each with abilities that defy the limits of human perception. Among these, two heroes stand out due to their extraordinary sensory enhancements: SpiderMan and Daredevil. Both characters have abilities that grant them an almost supernatural awareness of their surroundings, but how they function and where they originate sets them apart. Spider-Man's famous spider sense is a unique danger detection ability, almost like a precognitive sixth sense that warns him of impending threats. This ability allows Peter Parker to react to danger before it happens, often giving him the split-second advantage he needs to dodge bullets, avoid attacks, or react in the nick of time. Unlike ordinary reflexes, which rely on stimulus and response, spider sense seemingly taps into something beyond physical perception, often described as a form of heightened instinct. In the MCU, Tom Holland's Spider-Man has displayed this ability in several key moments, most notably in Avengers: Infinity War, when he senses Thanos' forces arriving on Earth before they even appear. On the other hand, Daredevil's radar sense is a completely different yet equally impressive ability. Matt Murdock lost his sight as a child due to a chemical accident, but in return, his remaining senses developed to an extraordinary level. His hearing is so advanced that he can detect the heartbeat of a person from across a room. His sense of touch is heightened to the point where he can read by feeling the ink on a page, and his overall spatial awareness creates a mental image of his surroundings. His ability is akin to echolocation, where he perceives the world through sound waves, vibrations, and subtle changes in air pressure. Unlike spider sense, which is more instinctual, Daredevil's radar sense is a refined, constantly active perception that allows him to function in combat without the need for sight, combat applications, and fighting styles. Both Spider-Man and Daredevil rely heavily on their heightened senses in battle, but their combat approaches differ significantly due to the nature of their powers. Spider-Man's fighting style is built on agility, quick reflexes, and aerial movement. His spider sense not only alerts him to danger, but actively guides his body to avoid harm, making him incredibly difficult to hit. This ability allows him to effortlessly dodge incoming attacks and react to threats that he isn't consciously aware of. In Spider-Man: No Way Home *, this was demonstrated during the scene where Norman Osborn's Green Goblin betrays Peter. His spider sense detects the shift in intent before Osborn even makes a move, highlighting how deeply instinctive this ability is. Daredevil, on the other hand, is a more grounded fighter. His training under stick and years of experience as a street-level vigilante have honed his radar sense into an integral part of his combat technique. Unlike Spider-Man, who avoids attacks instinctively, Daredevil absorbs information about his surroundings in real time and counters accordingly. He can sense the precise number of enemies in a room, determine their heart rates, and predict movements based on subtle shifts in muscle tension. This makes him an exceptional hand-to-hand combatant. In Daredevil, Netflix series now canon to the MCU, Matt Murdock's fight sequences are a masterclass in controlled precision, where he uses his heightened senses to predict and counter attacks even when fighting multiple opponents at once. Strengths and limitations of each sense. While both spider sense and radar sense are incredibly powerful, they each have distinct strengths and limitations that set them apart. Spider-Man's greatest advantage is the predictive nature of his sense. It doesn't just enhance his reflexes, it outright warns him of imminent danger before it happens. This means that in combat, Peter Parker can react faster than almost any opponent, even those with superhuman speed. However, spider sense is not always reliable. There are instances in the comics and even in the MCU where it doesn't activate against certain threats, such as illusions or emotional conflicts, and its effectiveness depends on Peter's mental state. If he is distracted or emotionally compromised, his spider sense may not work as effectively, which was evident when Mysterio was able to deceive him in Far From Home. Daredevil's radar sense, while not predictive, is incredibly detailed and continuous. Unlike Spider-Man, who relies on an instinctive warning system, Daredevil has a near-perfect spatial awareness at all times. He doesn't need to rely on sight, meaning illusions and visual deceptions have little effect on him. However, his sense is still based on physical stimuli, making it susceptible to sensory overload. Extremely loud noises, overwhelming scents, or intense vibrations can disrupt his perception, rendering him vulnerable. This was showcased in Daredevil, Netflix, where an enemy weaponizing loud sound waves momentarily incapacitated him, proving that while powerful, his abilities are not infallible. Potential enhancements and evolution in the MCU. The MCU has already demonstrated an evolving power scale for both Spider-Man and Daredevil, and future installments may further expand their abilities. Spider-Man's spider sense has been gradually increasing in potency, particularly in No Way Home where he was able to sense Green Goblin's betrayal despite Osborn masking his intent. This suggests that Peter's ability may continue to evolve, possibly granting him an even greater precognitive edge in future battles. Daredevil, now officially introduced into the MCU, may also see advancements in his abilities. If he continues to train and refine his radar sense, he could potentially develop even greater sensitivity to his surroundings, allowing him to detect hidden threats, track enemies more effectively, and even push his combat abilities beyond what we've seen so far. Daredevil, Born Again series may provide deeper insights into how far his skills can be pushed. Final verdict: which is more powerful? Determining which ability is more powerful depends on the context of their usage. In terms of raw combat effectiveness, Spider Sense provides a more distinct advantage due to its predictive nature. The ability to react before danger even occurs makes Spider-Man one of the most untouchable fighters in the MCU. His instincts allow him to dodge attacks from speedsters, counter snipers without seeing them, and even outmaneuver foes who are significantly stronger than him. This is a major reason why Spider-Man can hold his own against enhanced beings like Thanos' Black Order or powerful enemies like the Green Goblin and Mysterio. However, Daredevil's radar sense is more versatile in non-combat scenarios, granting him constant awareness of his environment without the need for vision. His ability to detect heartbeats, read micro-expressions, and identify people in complete darkness makes him a formidable detective as well. Unlike Spider Sense, which is mostly combat-oriented, Radar Sense is a blend of enhanced hearing, touch, and spatial awareness, making it a more well-rounded survival tool. Daredevil can fight in total darkness, navigate unfamiliar areas effortlessly, and even sense deception in ways that Spider-Man cannot. If we consider reliability, Daredevil's abilities are always active, whereas Spider Sense can sometimes fail or be ignored by Peter himself. In moments of self-doubt or emotional turmoil, Spider-Man has been known to turn off his spider sense, leaving him vulnerable. This happened during his fights with the Green Goblin and Mysterio, where his confidence played a key role in how effectively his abilities functioned. Daredevil's radar sense, on the other hand, is a constant stream of information that does not require conscious activation. Ultimately, while Spider-Man may have the upper hand in pure combat due to his spider sense, Daredevil's radar sense gives him an unparalleled level of perception that makes him nearly impossible to deceive or catch off guard. Both abilities are extraordinary in their own right, and depending on the situation, either one could prove to be the deciding factor in a battle. In an open battlefield, Spider-Man's agility and predictive dodging make him incredibly difficult to hit, while Daredevil's awareness of his surroundings ensures he never misreads an attack. The MCU is only just beginning to explore the full potential of these characters, and as their stories continue, we may see even more impressive feats that push their abilities to new heights. If Daredevil's powers evolve to grant him even sharper sensory input, or Spider-Man gains more control over his spider sense, their rivalry could become even more fascinating. One thing is certain: whether it's Spider Sense or Radar Sense, both Spider-Man and Daredevil remain two of the most formidable heroes in the Marvel Universe. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.